Hey everyone, it's Credible Crypto here after 3 months. It's been 3 months since my last YouTube video, guys. First off, let me say, please excuse my raspy voice right now. I was sick over the last few days, and I'm still recovering from a sore throat and a cough, so my voice sounds a little bit off. So please excuse my voice for this video, guys. But I'm making this video today because it has been 3 months since my last YouTube video, and I'm finally back. Basically what happened was I was previously doing all my videos off of my MacBook Pro laptop, and soon after that, around December or November, December, I remodeled my room a little bit, picked up a new Mac, I got a new desk as well, and basically got set up so that I can trade from home on my desk as opposed to using my MacBook all the time. And the software that I was using to make my YouTube videos was on my MacBook, and I had not yet downloaded it onto my Mac. And then I also found another software that I was using to easily and quickly record videos, which I started using to post on my Twitter page. So if you guys are following me on Twitter, then you know I've been updating you guys for the past 3 months with videos almost every other day at least. Video updates about what's been going down. If you guys only follow me on YouTube, then this is the first video you guys are seeing of me in 3 months. So again, just want to say I'm back to YouTube now. I've installed the software on my Mac, and my updates, I will now be trying to make my updates, even my short daily updates, on YouTube. And then we'll be posting the links onto Twitter so everyone on Twitter can see them as well. But basically, guys, lately I've been doing a series of just small video updates, maybe 7 to 8 minute video updates, sometimes even 5 minutes. A little bit different than what I was doing prior when I had videos that would go on for 20 to 25 minutes. So these are going to be short updates. I might be posting them every other day even. So a lot more videos coming to YouTube, guys. And they're going to be smaller updates of smaller day-to-day, week-to-week movements. I will also be doing the big picture updates like I've been doing on YouTube, but you're just going to be seeing a lot more content from me now that I have everything set up to be posting videos back on YouTube, guys. So this video is to say I'm back. I'm back on YouTube, guys, and I hope that you guys enjoy my content, and I hope that I can help you guys out here. So for today, I'm just going to go over kind of like a recap on what I've been seeing. If you guys haven't been following me on Twitter, this is the first time you're seeing a video in 3 months. My last video was made when Bitcoin was over $6,000, guys. So we've obviously fallen quite a bit from that level here. About 5 months ago, I made a video saying that 8.5 thousand will not be seen until we see new lows. And of course, we never saw 8.5 thousand again since that video was posted, and we did see new lows below 5.8 thousand. If you guys have been following me on Twitter, when we were sitting here right around 6,000 and consolidating, we had a lot of people all over the place on Twitter, everywhere, saying, hey, we're forming a base here, we're accumulating, and we're going to see a new bull run start off of 6,000, that this was the absolute lowest that we would go. That anyone looking for 3,000 was crazy, and that we would not get it. Well, I stood strong. I didn't buy any positions here. I said there's no reason to be getting bullish on Bitcoin when we haven't made a single higher low on the or higher high on the daily, guys. We have just lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, a consistent downtrend. And I have no idea why so many were advocating to be going long at this level when there was no confirmation whatsoever of a change in the trend. So I definitely didn't go long. I had been looking at this position here, was expecting a breakdown from the 6,000 levels, and when we got it, it was strong and it was fast, guys. And so now I'm going to pick off from where we are now. If you guys, again, if you've been following me on Twitter, you already know most of this information. It's not new information here. I just did a small Twitter update yesterday, but if you guys have only been following me on YouTube, then this might be some new information to you. So basically what I'm seeing here, guys, what I'm hoping for, I have two scenarios that I've outlined here. I'm going to show you guys the bullish scenario first, and then I'll show you guys the bearish scenario. So the bullish scenario, guys, ever since we've bounced off this local low. Oh, and by the way, I did not get in any longs here. So I had my long orders stacked. Initially, I had some at around 3250, and I actually pulled those prior to us hitting those levels. And I moved those orders down to, I believe it was 3,000 or 2,800, and I had orders stacked all the way down to 1,800, up till around $3,000 is where I had my orders stacked. As you can see, we bounced off of around $3,100, and we saw a decent bounce up, guys. and now we're carrying on from there. So I did make some smaller, shorter term trades in the interim, but right now I'm pretty much flat, guys. And this is what I'm seeing. So for the bullish case, we had to move up from the bottom of 3,100. That being said, if we look at the volume, I'm on Coinbase Exchange here, but if I go to any other exchange, the volume profile looks fairly similar, and that is that we had a strong sell-off on high volume, and then we did get a bounce off of 3,100, but as you can see, the volume wasn't spectacular. Excuse me. The volume wasn't spectacular. It was decent, and then we bounced, and then we started consolidating in a sideways manner on declining volume, and here we are today. So the bullish scenario has us making one more leg up to the upside. Because of this particular move, if we go down to a smaller time frame, arguments can be made for this to be a 5-wave impulse to the upside, but I see this move as more likely to be a complex correction of the upside, like a double zigzag. So maybe an ABC and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see 7 legs as opposed to 5. You can make an argument, and I've seen arguments to have this as a 5-wave move up, and it's possible. I'm not saying it's not, but for me, I think that this is more likely going to be some sort of a double zigzag or a complex move to the upside for a W wave, and then I believe this whole consolidation sideways is going to be an X wave, and then I'm expecting in the bullish scenario to get one more leg up for a Y wave. Before we come back down and we make new lows and get our actual real final capitulation to end the declining price on Bitcoin, right? So eventually when this final capitulation does occur, I would expect to see a very sharp pop back to the upside within a few days. We should not stay down there for very long. So I would expect it to price to drop, and then we see a big pop on high volume, and then we'll move sideways for a period of accumulation, most likely, probably retest that low and then continue up. But basically what I'm seeing here is a WXY, guys, for the bullish argument. And then what that's going to do is it's going to give us, for the first time in this entire downtrend from 20K, a significant higher high followed by a higher high followed happening after a higher low on the daily chart, right? So as you can see here, we did have something here, but overall, the overlying trend on the daily since 20K has been lower highs, right? So high, 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 lower high, lower high, lower high. Then we got this nasty drop from 6K. We made this low, we bounced. We've looked to be making a higher low, and so we might make a higher high here on the daily. And I believe that's just going to be one massive bull trap, guys. We did the same thing back in 2014. So let me go back to 2014 here. I have to go to a different exchange to show you guys that. So in 2014, we did something similar. We had this series of lower highs, right? And then over here we had a higher low, and then we had a higher high, the first higher high on the daily. And as you can see, once that higher high was made, we ended up falling back below, and we got our final capitulation to end the drop. So this was just one massive bull trap, guys. And then what followed after that was the capitulation, and then we got accumulation, and then we started the new bull run. So similarly to that, I can see that happening again here where we are now. So I can see us making a higher high here, making everyone super bullish, saying, oh, we have a trend change, we're making higher highs now, and then expecting us to come down again for new lows below this level here. The reason why I'm not convinced that this was the end is because the buy volume at this bottom was not spectacular. It wasn't great. Buyers weren't rushing in. We were in, like, I mean, we needed some sort of a dead cat bounce. We've been dropping from 6,000, fell almost 50%. So it's not surprising to see some sort of a bounce. That being said, if this was the bottom, I would have expected a much stronger move to the upside, which we didn't get. So I'm not convinced that this was the bottom at this point in time. So with that in mind, again, a higher high in the bullish scenario. Let's go back to that chart. And then expecting new lows. Now, my targets for that higher high, I have a couple different levels that I'm targeting. The first level would be between 44 to 4,600. And if we happen to break above the 4,600 level, I can envision a push up to the 5,000s, all right? So that's if we get past 44 to 4600, then we can possibly get to the 5000 area. All right, so that's the bullish count. Now the bearish count, because you always want to keep both scenarios in mind, is going to be this guy right here. And that has us in a triangle right now, guys. And in this triangle, it's a running triangle. So we've made our A wave, our B wave, either our C wave ends here or our C wave ends here. We're not sure yet. A D wave, and then I would expect to pop up for the E wave, and then we'd drop below and make our final capitulation move to the downside to end this correction. So in both cases, I can envision new lows being formed, whether it's the bullish or the bearish count. They're just going to play out slightly differently. In the bullish count, we get a nice fat bull trap. And the bearish count, we just get our capitulation, and then we move on with life, guys. So either way, I'm super bullish on Bitcoin in the long term, and I'm expecting this to be an excellent buying opportunity. So I'm not concerned about that. I'm just wondering now if I'll get a short out from higher up before this happens, or if I'm just going to be buying in my zones anyways. So that's the bearish count, guys. It's pretty straightforward. It's explained pretty well. I don't think there's that much more for me to explain with the bearish count, except that the bearish count gets invalidated on a move above 4100. So if we do break above 4100, then this particular triangle count is invalidated, and I then look at the bullish count to be more likely, right? So that's all I have for you guys today. This was just kind of a video to catch you guys up if you haven't been following me on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, I highly recommend you follow me on Twitter, guys. I post a lot of content on Twitter. And yeah, I hope you guys are excited that I'm back, and I'm glad to be back on YouTube. And I hope I can make many more videos for you guys in the days and months to come. All right, thank you guys.